All right, the deal structure of Matthijs de Ligt to Manchester United is being discussed right now, meaning that we are into the final stages of this transfer, meaning that Man United have gone ahead, obviously come to a level of really agreeing a deal with Bayern Munich onto this guy known as Matthijs de Ligt. Welcome to the United Matters channel. How are you guys? I know you're watching us from a go by the names of Rock and David. Smash like button, comment and share. If you're totally watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rock and David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun, and let's obviously continue to really put in a very good expected shift into the mix. Now, that is what we are getting in through from the man himself, Fabrizio Romano. Luke Shaw, green light, and there is a very huge boost for Luke Shaw and Kobbie Mainoo as England faces Switzerland today in the Euros. And before we obviously go into this space, commiserations to Bruno Fernandes and Diego Dallo. They've gone ahead to be knocked out of the Euros by the side of France on penalties. 5-3. It has been Yao Felix that has gone ahead to miss out onto his penalty. But the rest of the players of the rest of the players of France have gone ahead obviously convert all their penalties into the back of the net. And Diego Costa, who went ahead obviously save 3 penalties when they're really knocking out Slovenia on the round of 16, could not come up to the helping step or the helping button, or couldn't press the helping button to really stop any penalties. So this game of penalties would have gone ahead to continue to be played. Bruno Fernandes was taken off the field of play around the 70th, 80th minute, and Dallo was really one of the unused substitutes. And this is where I come in and ask, how can a competent manager take off Bruno Fernandes and not even give Dallo playing minutes, and he is really picking Semedo ahead of Dallo? Take off Yao Cancelo, bring on Diego Dallo, you get? But he really brought on Semedo, and I was like, what's really wrong with this guy, So if I totally want to know or watch the extended match reaction of Portugal being knocked out by France, you can as well go to the Rokani Media Football. That's where you can obviously find me there, where we're doing a lot of stuff into the mix. So that is what happened. That's what happened today. And tomorrow, or today, England is taking on a side called Switzerland. And then there is another side called Netherlands taking on Turkey. So we'll be at the Rokani Media Football bringing you the latest news and information about that. Now let's obviously get into the mix. Fabrizio Romano, as we thank God for the gift of life, the Muslims Barakallahu Fikum has confirmed us that Man United and Bayern Munich are currently discussing the structure of a deal for Matthijs de Ligt. United want to include add-ons in their proposal. Despite reports about PSG entering the race, de Ligt's intention is very clear. He wants to go to United and unite with Ten Hag. Now, looks like Bayern Munich wanted a whole sum of this money without add-ons. Looks like United have gone ahead to agree with Bayern Munich that, all right, your 50 million euros or the 42 million pounds are not really our problem. That is it. They are not our problem, and we are ready to obviously offer something better for you, right? So, as it stands, Bayern has agreed a fee, because there is no way you start agreeing on the structure of the deal before you've gone ahead to agree a fee, meaning that the fee is 42 million pounds or 50 million euros. Now, the problem is on the structure, on how this deal is going to be really paid by the club of Manchester United. United want to say, we are going to give you 37 or like 35 million pounds, right? Guaranteed fees, and 7 million euros, so 7 million pounds of add-ons. And Bayern is like, no way, we want it a lot. Now, they're discussing on the structure, but it's really good that the player is really showing huge intent to come in and really play for the club of Manchester United. That's what I really want to hear, that players of pure quality are showing intent to come in through and really represent at the club of Manchester United, because this has gone ahead to obviously be one of the big problems affecting us ever since Erik Ten Hag came in through, because we've been pointing at several players and some of them have not gone ahead to obviously be gotten in. The priority signings have not gone ahead to obviously arrive at the club of Manchester United. So for Matthijs de Ligt, showing intent that he wants to come in and play for the club of Manchester United, that is really huge for me. And I'm really excited about it, that a player of the quality of Matthijs de Ligt has come out and said, I want to play for the club of Manchester United, and I don't want to be taken for granted again. That is it. So for me, I'm just excited about that, and I'm not really looking any further apart from the deal of Matthijs de Ligt getting done and dusted in a nick of time. And I tell you, we might really get in Matthijs de Ligt as the first signing for the club of Manchester United as up. And when you look at de Ligt snubbing PSG, however much PSG wanted to come in the move, and saying, I want to reunite with Erik ten Hag, having gone ahead to work with other managers at Juventus and other managers at Bayern Munich, he feels like I should get back to my father of football. Remember, Erik ten Hag is the father figure in the football world for Matthijs de Ligt, making him the captain of Ajax at the age of 18, and he led them to the semi-finals of the Champions League in 2018-2019. You remember? So this guy is really, I think it was 2017-2018, right? Now, if you're really having in Matthijs de Ligt giving us green light and reuniting with Erik ten Hag is the only option he has gone ahead to come in through and really tell us the truth about what he thinks about Erik ten Hag. And everyone is excited to see how Lisandro Martinez and Matthijs de Ligt are really going to be performing, because they are players who know the alpha and omega of Erik ten Hag's system. You get? So I just can't wait for that. But that deal is okay. No hijack is expected. United are really discussing the structure of the deal. How much should really be crossed? Because for the personal terms, they are not going to be a problem. That is it through coming in through for the man himself, known as Fabrizio Romano. Now, England is really having a very huge boost, and this is going to excite very many fans of Manchester United. Gareth Southgate has told us that Luke Shaw is a variable, ready to start, but Kylian Trippier has done an outstanding job for the team. Now, one of the problems that England is going to face is not having in a player of the caliber of Luke Shaw onto the left back. You get? Because the attacks are not well balanced from the full back sides of the pitch, you know. So Luke Shaw has gone ahead to be past fit by the England national team manager, and that is really great. But he says Kylian Trippier is really going to start ahead of him. For me, I don't have a problem with that, because I know Luke Shaw will get in some minutes. Let Kylian Trippier come in through, play like 60-70 minutes, then get in a Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw will help you both defensively and offensively, and then he'll be ready for the semi-finals if at all this guy really goes in through, or England knocks out Switzerland into the mix. By the way, it is really going to help the manager a lot, as he has now to make a decision on when to take off Bukayo Saka and get on Carl Palmer, because this time round there is no taking off a player and get Saka onto the left back. Luke Shaw will be on the bench, and everyone will be like, then you've told us that Luke Shaw is a variable, and why aren't you getting him onto the field of play? So looks like Shaw will come in through, and this time round Carl Palmer will come in through for Bukayo Saka. That is it. But I'm really excited for Luke Shaw. I believe this is the start of his return, and we just want to see how long he's really going to keep himself fit, because the moment he doesn't keep himself fit, I tell you, Man United should rush and get in a left back immediately. That is it, because we are not going to come out and obviously listen to these stupid things that are being run over, that we should be having players who are really injury prone. So if at all he really injures himself, then we should obviously get that done. And if at all he doesn't really keep himself fit, even in the preseason, or really gets injured before the commencement or before the haltment of the summer transfer window, let's obviously get in one player to do the needful. I've gone ahead to see some 2-3 stories linking us to left backs. I'm going to be doing that tomorrow, but I'm excited of Luke Shaw. Let him come in through and see how he's really going to come in through and compete. And secondly, the man himself, that is Kobbie Mainoo, has gone ahead obviously gotten a starting position in the English national team. And we've been told by Jack Sanders, assistant sports journalist at the Sun Sport, that Kobbie Mainoo will once again partner with Declan Rice following his impressive showcase in the last 16 when they are playing against Slovakia. And he is the option that they have to play with Declan Rice into that midfield. And I tell you, they need him a lot. And I think the manager of England looked very ashamed in the games against Denmark, and I think the game against Slovenia, when he came in through and never really gave this boy any chance. And everyone was like, why don't you start him? Why don't you start him? And then he starts him in the game of Slovakia. England really performed very well, and now he's expected to start, and that's a Kobbie Mainoo for us. But I think England are going to knock out the side of Switzerland. That's not going to be an easy game. And the side of England, the side of Netherlands will knock out Turkey. Then we'll have a semi-final of England versus Turkey, and you're going to be having a semi-final played on the 9th of June. Today is what? Today is 3 days from now. That means on Tuesday, the semi-finals will be played, and on even Wednesday, the semi-finals will be played, and we'll obviously be watching for a finale to be played on a Sunday, that is the 14th of June, so of July 2024. So guys, your thoughts on to Matthijs de Ligt to Manchester United, structure of the deal being discussed right now, I welcome in the comment section below. Then Kobbie Mainoo starting, are you excited about it? And Luke Shaw is really one of those that is said to start. And by the way, United has, I think we are left with how many players? And they too. In Spain, we have no player in Spain, we have no player in France, we have no player in Netherlands, you know. So that means we are left with only 2 players to play at the club of Manchester United, the Euros. That is it. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Rock and David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later. I might obviously come live and really have a say to you around 3 hours from now. We might obviously kickstart off that day with a very huge live stream where you people will come up and really showcase what you have. I'm out. Bye-bye.